Hey team, just wanted to share how I'm using SQP Insights to optimize the ASINs in our brand. So when you first get into SQP Insights, you'll see this overview of how our impressions have increased, our clicks, our purchases, and then how many keywords are we ranking on total, how many new keywords do we have, and how many lost keywords have we had. And you can see you can choose what time range. So I have the last 4 weeks selected here. So when you see that the impressions are 64% higher, it's higher than before, which is that last 4 week. And then it tells you by how much. So if I chose just to do last week, you would see, let's wait for it to load. Yep, so if I did it for last week, then it would just say, hey, it's 33% higher than the week before. But I like to look at last 4 weeks. Now, when you come down, it's going to have this cool graph, and you can see it in this line chart or a funnel chart. So instantly, what I like about this view is I can see the CTR of this product compared to the market and the CVR of the product compared to the market. So when you're in SQP Insights, when you're in the SQP report inside Amazon, it's really hard to see the CTR of the product versus the market and the CVR of the product versus the market in a clean, quick way. So I really like being able to see that here, and I can see our CTR is above market and our CVR is above market, which are both good signs. So, and then it tells me my market share percentage of impressions, clicks, and sales. So I can see market share has gone up in each of these areas. And that's really important to see because, like, if I see that my sales have decreased for this product, then I want to know, like, are all the brands experiencing a decrease in sales because of seasonality and search volume is down? Or is it that, like, my brand is losing market share to other brands? And this is the easiest way to see, like, is our actual market share of these things increasing or decreasing or staying the same? So this chart is also an easy way to see our impressions over time, and then just to compare our CVR of the market versus our CVR. So you can see at one point, we were below the CVR of the market, and now we've gone to be above the CVR of the market. And we're keeping that trend going up. So likewise, like, if I know our CVR is above the market, then that's good for running more campaigns and running PPC. And likewise, our CTR being above the market. Because on Amazon, your sales are your traffic times your click-through rate times your conversion rate times your average order value. So like tracking your CTR and CVR relevant to market is super important to track because it's a leading input for sales. So now moving down, it'll show you by state what your sales share is, which I don't tend to pay too much attention to what your top search terms are. And then when you get down here, you can see how this is way more organized than the report you'll see in Amazon Seller Central. And the coolest thing is that, like, if you select the last 4 weeks and you come over here and for a keyword you click down, it's going to show you, hey, you were absent for ranking for this keyword, and then you gained impression share for that keyword. So you can see your history for your most important keywords, how your market share has changed for those things. So right now, I think it's ranked by, it's just ranked by search query volume. So the largest searches are positioned at the top, but I like to do it by sales. So I'll come over here and I'll do it. So I'm looking at the term where I'm getting the most sales because that's like my most important term, right? I'm getting the most sales on that term. So that one matters to this product. And then I'll come and I'll look at the past 4 weeks and what our sales share has been in this market. So our sales share has really increased in the past week to 22.5%. And that is awesome. Like, again, what we want to see is that our sales share in the market is either staying steady or increasing. Because if my sales share is decreasing, then I'm losing ground to other sellers. And without having a report that shows me like past 4 weeks, past 8 weeks, just color coding it and making it really simple to see, it is hard to see like what our sales share percentage is in a pretty quick way. And then I could go to our number 2 keyword and I can look for the same thing. What's our sales share been? But then it also does this for add to cart share, click share, because we can work backwards. Like if our sales share percentage was down, then was our click share down? Like maybe our click-through rate fell that week. Or maybe our impression share was really low that week. So we can see that, correlating with having the most impression shares and having the most views, we also have the most market share. So we can kind of use this to diagnose, is our click-through rate the issue? Like, is our click-through rate lower than the market here, or is our conversion rate the issue? And is our sales percentage in this market increasing or decreasing for our most important keywords? Now you can also come over here and you can sort by status. So you can say, hey, what are all the keywords that we lost? And you can say, okay, why did we lose ranking on these keywords? And is there anything that we should be retargeting or pushing again that matters? And yeah, that's really the magic of it. It's a really nifty tool that I use a lot. So yeah, just wanted to share how I'm using it.